I know myself and I speak for myself and I speak from that place, it's going to make people uncomfortable that are not speaking from that place, that are not cultivating themselves, that are not adhering to their purity, right? And it gets very convoluted out there, guys. Hey, hello, Soul Tribe. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy Sunday. I wanted to hop on live on my Instagram because I had made a live video yesterday where I wasn't showing my face, but I accidentally deleted it and I didn't get to upload it on my Instagram. So here I am again. I'm just going to go through whatever I was talking about in the video, and I was talking about healing, cultivation, cultivating yourself, understanding the many labyrinths and deceptions that there is all around us and within ourselves, obviously. So we don't get to visit ourselves within our being. We don't get to see the labyrinths and the deception within our world, and we don't get to distinguish and be able to decipher from pure intentions or from that of parasitic energy or from someone that wants to take away power away from you. So hello. So yeah, I was talking about all kinds of different things, but I really wanted to keep motivating you to keep doing the inner work that is necessary for you to cultivate your own individual, unique blueprint, because this is about you. This is not about anybody else. And we've been going around in circles, not understanding who we are individually. And this is what keeps us trapped in this matrix. This is what keeps us trapped. Hi, beautiful. Hi, sis. This is what keeps us trapped in that distorted, limited perception of reality for ourselves and others, right? Getting to know who we are, understanding our unique individual blueprint to God from within our own self-discovery, right? So I invite you, I motivate you to keep doing the work, to integrating your inner child, the most purest part of your being. That is what's going to take you to the next level. That is what's going to help you be able to decipher pure intentions from that of manipulation and parasitic energy. The reason why inner child is so strong, is so important, is so powerful is because the more you unfilter yourself, the more that you gain that purity within the energy of it, right? You understand what has been manipulating you for the longest time, right? We want to know what has been manipulating you, what has kept us entrapped. And when we're small, obviously we kind of are naive or a little bit we just trust too easily, especially when it comes to our parents. Or our parents hold a lot of just unhealed pain and trauma that is passed on to us, and it's leaked into our psyche, our consciousness, and then they program us to believe a certain way, right? So deprogramming ourselves from the childhood trauma, from the suppression, from the manipulation is going to help us get stronger in our own individual expression, our own self-cultivated love, because it's about love as well. If we don't have love for ourselves, we're not going to be able to hold very strong boundaries, and we're going to give in to other people's beliefs and other people's ideas of us, because we don't have a strong foundation of love for ourselves. So when we don't have that, it's easier for us to give in into manipulation or to deceit into other people's perceptions of reality, right? Because it's so self-explanatory to me. When you don't love yourself, you say yes to everything. You don't know how to say no. You don't know how to stand in your own truth. You don't know how to stand in your own sovereignty. So it's easy for you to not know how. Like, you don't know how to say no, right? So it's important for that. Also, I was talking to my students today about the elements and how I'm teaching them how to integrate the elements or not. This is what we're studying, we're integrating, we're training in the elements. And one of my students asked me, like, you know, why it's hard for people to integrate the elements. And I told her it is due to pain body. This is why I always take it back to inner child frequency, always back to inner child consciousness. If there is a part of your being that is rejecting a part of you, because the elements are representation of yourself, right? And because the elements are within each and every human being, they can distort the perception of those elements within your being, right? So I love my students. Are so amazing. They're like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. So pain body is going to be used against us, okay? The indigenous, the natives knew this, right? The indigenous knew that connection to Mother Earth, it was the way of connecting to God. It was a way to connecting to Source. It was a way to being guided and having a strong understanding of nature and having a strong understanding of ourselves, of our own godhood, right? They were not ran by indoctrination of the 3D matrix programs. They were not, you know, when they didn't want to give in, they didn't want to submit to their Jesus, they didn't want to submit to their black magic book of spells, which is the Bible for me. And I know people get super triggered when I say it this way, but I'm not here to sugarcoat people's false beliefs, right? I'm not here to do that. I'm here to say the way I see it, I'm presented the way I see it. And so when the indigenous didn't want to submit to the black book, they were killed, they were tortured, and they were constantly traumatized, right? To keep them from not connecting to Earth, from not embodying the elements, to rejecting their own connection to Mother Earth and Father and Mother God. Because for me, it's a representation of the both. So society in itself, which is the reptilian indoctrination and conditioning, is to fragment your consciousness, right? To make you reject part of your own being, which is the mother element. So you reject your own motherhood, the own mother energy within your being. So you only submit and worship the father element. I mean, there's so much to teach about this. And this is what I do within my masterclass, about the void, the dark and the light, right? So there's a lot of demonization when it comes to the dark matter, dark light. I mean, dark, it's both the same. It's both in unity, right? And that's what I mean, fragmentation. So when you are only integrating the light and you are not dealing with your own darkness, because darkness is not evil, right? Darkness can be used for evil, and also the light can be used for to do evil, right? But both of them are needed in unity, and that we need to bring harmony into both these elements, right? The dark and the light. I mean, I have so much to teach about this, but if you're not following me on Facebook, please go and follow me there. I don't spend too much time on Instagram. That's why I never make any live videos here. All of my life stuff, all of my content, all my information, all my wisdom is shared over there. I have a loyalty when it comes to Facebook. My soul family, my soul tribe has been following me there for like the past 10 years, and that's where I share the most of my stuff. But there's so much deprogramming that needs to be done, and that needs to be talked about a lot more within the spiritual community, because there's a lot of bypassing when it comes to doing shadow work, real actual fucking shadow work, not like pretend shadow work, not shadow work, not superficial shadow work, not some intellectual type of healing, like no real actual integration of your own darkness, your own light, your own, like really, really healing those things that are distorting that frequency, that are distorting that energy within your being, or that are keeping you disconnected from the elements. And the mother, the creator, the dark matter, the mother and the father, both the void and the light, they're both one, right? They're both, it's a sacred marriage between both. So our fragmentation comes from that. From society itself, from the Bible. The Bible's conditioning is so twisted, it's so inverted. There's so much manipulation in the Bible to keep you, again, from honoring the mother within your being, the mother, the void, right? The one that creates, the one that gives lives. It's just so beautiful to understand from a place of embodiment and from a place of like reading it on a book or from being taught. Like for me, it's about experiencing that within your being. And that's why I keep talking about embodiment. I keep talking about inner child healing, because that's what has brought me those activations for myself and understandings. Like I don't learn from nobody. I walk my journey solo most of the time. It's me learning from my own integrations, from spending hours and hours and hours within my being. I've been doing this work for the past 13 years. And I dedicated my life to this, and I got activated from doing the work. So it's about actually doing the work. If you are reverting back to religious indoctrination, you are not doing the work. If you are still wanting a savior to save you, you're not doing the work. And that's just what it is. It's facts. And you're still encapsulated, you're still being entrapped, you're still being siphoned, you're still being split. We all have a direct connection to God. And so when someone is brainwashing you and making you believe that the only way that you can get to God is through another person or another deity or another entity, that's a fucking big red flag for me. And the only way that you can actually know this, again, embodiment. You're not going to take my word for it, right? If it doesn't resonate with you. And if you're not doing the work, if you're not getting to know who you are in the most purest frequency of your being, which is inner child consciousness, you're probably not going to believe what I'm saying. You're probably going to think that I'm like this antichrist person, right? Or teacher or whatever. But I'm not here to convince anyone. That's the point. I'm not here. I validate my own truth, my own existence. If I didn't, then I wouldn't be doing the work that I'm saying that I'm doing, right? If I have to depend on your opinion or on your approval or you validating what I'm saying, then that means that I'm not doing the work that I say that I'm doing. Does that make sense? So it's right now more than ever, we need to keep talking about sovereignty. We need to keep talking about divine self-love, cultivating that for your being. If you haven't realized how much power you have to help heal Earth, then please go deeper, not backwards. Exactly. Thank you, sister. I have so many beautiful sisters here on Instagram. I'm getting to know so many beautiful queens that are doing the work, that are representing divine truth. And I feel it. I see it. I know it because I stand for that. I serve the truth. You will never hear me stand with a group of people. I don't really, like I said, all my spiritual journey, all my spiritual awakening, I've done it all by myself. I'm self-taught. I don't follow anyone's teachings. I do follow people, but not like follow their teachings. I do applaud. I cheer truth from other people that I resonate with. And I've learned so much, and I'm still learning. I'm still a student as I am a teacher. I'm still learning, and that is the beauty of it all, right? Getting to know more of yourself. And I still have filters. I still have things to go through that can get me closer to godhood, right? And so anyways, I love you so very much. I'm going to start doing a little bit more content on Instagram. I am super busy. I'm taking a week and a half break from the masterclass because I'm restarting a masterclass this November, the first week of November, and then I'm starting another one in January. So I need a lot of break, and I'm multitasking. I'm doing a lot of collective work. If you think that posting stuff about Jesus, about the false savior Jesus, is not a big deal and it doesn't have backlash, Like I said many times, Instagram is not my place where I share my truth. I share most of that on Facebook. And I've shared multiple posts about all kinds of different things that I get to expose within religion and within spirituality. So I'm not just against religion. And to be honest, I'm not even against religion. What I am against is people imposing their beliefs on others. That's what I'm against. I am against manipulation. I am against controlling other people by what you believe. That's what I'm against. And I will stand against that. I don't care what you worship, to be honest, as long as you're not hurting other people. But if you are out there attacking people who are not doing anything to you, like myself or like the spiritual community, I will say something about that. Because though I've spoken about the Jesus psyop programming, I haven't really spoken about it as much as I have done it just recently. And the reason that I have done that is because there is multiple spiritual teachers out there that are like, very popular in mainstream. They have thousands and thousands of followers. I have to say something, because if I can help at least a couple of people on Instagram, because again, Instagram's not my platform, Facebook, I'm going to do that. I'm going to speak about it. Because when I speak something, when I say something, and I'm not just trying to be cocky or conceited, because I'm not. I just understand who I am and my own power. And that's what you gain from doing inner child work. You gain your own divine confidence, right? And you validate your own existence. You validate your own truth. So when you speak from that place of self-cultivation, guess what? Your words are so much more potent. And that's why you trigger people. Okay? So when I say something, I speak from that place. There is no filter. There is no, and I'm not saying I'm completely healed, because I am not, but I'm very much cultivated. I've done a lot of work, and I can show you receipts, and I can show you videos of me doing it back in 2012 when I first awakened. I've shared all of my journey on social media, on Facebook, not on Instagram. When you have that much backed up experience, because I've experienced all within the spiritual community. The spiritual community is not exempt from distortion. I've never said that. As a matter of fact, if you've been following me on Facebook, you've seen that I've actually exposed the spiritual community, because back in the days, there was not a lot of healing when it came down to healing, doing shadow work. And I got attacked. And I'm kind of used to that, right? Because I talked about being attacked, and that's what happens when you are a strong light in the world. Please understand that you will be attacked. Okay? That's why a lot of people refrain actually from speaking the truth, because they know that they're like, okay, if I say the truth, if I speak about this, they know that there's going to be a backlash. I've had so many people really feel like, I really want to speak the truth, but I am afraid because my friends or my relatives, my siblings are going to attack me. That's why a lot of people can't stand in their own truth, because there's a lot of fear, right? So we got to heal that fear so that we can be able to emanate who we truly are, and not dim our light based on other people's insecurities, right? Based on their own fears. It's time to reclaim ourselves. So right now there's a lot of push. There's a lot of push when it comes to going backwards into religious indoctrination. And like I said, I'm not against religious people. I'm not. I don't give a flying fuck, to be honest. Excuse my language, or not. I don't care. But the moment that you want to demonize a group of people who are minding their own business of who you are and what you're doing, I'm going to say something. And you're not going to like it, because the way that I say it has no filter. And I'm going to point out all the fallacies, all the distortions, all the inversions in your teaching and in what you're speaking about. And I'm going to point out the contradictions, because a lot of people are speaking about all this stuff and contradicting themselves at the same time that they're speaking their supposedly truth. That's why you need to know who you are. Because the moment that you get to know who you are and what you're standing for and what you're representing, there's not going to be contradictions. Okay? I love you so very much. I am new to Instagram, and I keep posting more stuff. Like I said, I don't spend a lot of time here. I think that the reason the inner child, and what I know, the inner child is the most powerful weapon against manipulation and against deceit and against control of others, is because you are not abiding by what other people think. Inner child integration is about you, yourself only. Getting to know who you are, right? So if we don't know who we are, again, it's easier for us to want to be part of the group mentality because we're afraid. So we need to adhere to our inner child. If we can't become our inner child, we can become our higher self. It's simple. It's simple for me. I've understood this for a very long time. Embody your inner child, because when you do, you surrender to your higher self. And your higher self does not abide by a book. I'm sorry to say this. Not a book written by men, twisted, psychopathic men who are actually, and I'm going to go into that some other video. I know people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're saying reptilians. Like, if you don't know nothing about reptilians, if you don't have no fucking clue about what I'm saying, you're not as awakened as you think you are. I'm not trying to offend you. That's just what it is. Okay? Because that's just the fucking truth. And you see how I'm talking, and this is where people get triggered with me, because the way I say things, I'm not in a box. I will never be into any fucking box of anybody's definition of spirituality or anybody's definition of religious indoctrination. I will never fit into that box. I am myself. And so because I know myself and I speak for myself and I speak from that place, it's going to make people uncomfortable that are not speaking from that place, that are not cultivating themselves, that are not adhering to their purity, right? And it gets very convoluted out there, guys. If we're not doing the work, it's going to get convoluted, it's going to be confusing, and you're not going to know which way to turn. No one can fucking save you. No one but yourself. Why do you think you've been recycled over and over again? You think that's just a coincidence? No, it's not fucking coincidence. You've been recycled because you gave consent. You submitted to a religious indoctrination and encapsulation of your consciousness. It's very simple for me to understand. So you see how I'm saying things, and it's very like straightforward. My kids, we gotta go. But anyways, that's the reason. And I'm gonna keep talking about it. Follow me on Facebook. We're gonna be giving a giveaway. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. So thankful for my soul family on Facebook. And I'm going to be giving a giveaway of $50 for 3 people. We've been doing that every 4 or 3 months just to help my soul family out, because I am super blessed financially, emotionally, spiritually, in all the ways you can think of. I've done the work and I keep doing the work, and I am a service to this work. I'm a service to myself as an inner child gatekeeper, and as your friend, as your soul sister. I love you. Follow me over there, and I will keep making videos. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.